After tens of thousands of years of silence, the supreme profound sect ruins finally ushered in the first group of steppers today. The rich world spiritual energy envelops the body, making people feel warm and extremely comfortable. There is almost no need to perform cultivation technique, and the world's spiritual energy will burrow into the body autonomously. Cultivating in this environment can almost save several times and more. Not only the faces of Wu Yi and others were excited, but the woman surnamed Yi also looked fascinated. On Shadowed Star, there is no place with the strongest spiritual energy than Star Emperor Mountain. As the last sect master of Star Emperor Mountain, the woman surnamed Yi naturally has a say in this. Star Emperor Mountain, compared with this place, the spiritual energy is not as good, and there are also some earth veins. But seeing the earth veins here, there is a world of difference. Under the Star Emperor Mountain, there is a top-grade earth vein that provides the world's spiritual energy, but under this supreme profound sect site, it seems that there is far more than one top-grade earth vein, but several more intersecting lines of earth veins. The front hall has a white jade step which looks white and flawless. Even if it has not been cleaned for tens of thousands of years, it is spotless. The white jade step is made of the purest jade. It has a luster and warmth. It leads directly to the top. It is roughly counted to be at least 10,000 of it in orders. Xianxia and Yang walked forward side by side, walking slowly while feeling the rich spiritual energy of this place while releasing spiritual mind to explore the surroundings. The woman surnamed Yi followed closely. Behind her was Xianxia and others. The dozens of disciples who originally belonged to the Heike family were left behind, whispering in groups, excited. They followed Wu Yi to leave the Heike family and join Dragon Cave Mountain. Although it is a heartfelt act, everyone has more or less nostalgia for the original family. But within a few years, they obtained extremely rich cultivation materials and a good cultivation environment in Dragon Cave Mountain, and only then gradually developed a sense of belonging to Dragon Cave Mountain and felt that they were part of Dragon Cave Mountain. Now, Dragon Cave Mountain has been razed to the ground. Although it is a pity Xianxia and Yang have led them into this new world, and this place is countless times better than Dragon Cave Mountain. The past events are still vivid. Every cultivator is secretly grateful for their decision that year. Those cultivators who are still in the Heike family are still struggling for some insignificant cultivation materials, but they don't have to worry about it at all. They just need to meditate. Now, the spirit crystal supply is unlimited, and the pill medicine is also unlimited. Even the artifacts are of excellent quality. This kind of treatment, even those first-line sects on Shadowed Star cannot provide, only they can enjoy it. If someone from the Battle Sky Union or Thunder Typhoon sect invites them to join, they will definitely sneer and dismiss it. What about the Battle Sky Union? What about Thunder Typhoon sect? Can it be compared with Dragon Cave Mountain? Steps after steps, about a full half an hour later, Xianxia and others stepped onto the highest level. Looking up, two huge pillars stood in front of him. And above the two huge pillars, a huge plaque was hung. The three characters of Dragon and Phoenix dancing on the plaque. Supreme Profound Sect. There is a deep charm in the three big characters which makes people unable to figure out. It is impossible to imagine who left this handwriting behind. The strength is definitely not low, and it is most likely to be a strong person in the Void King realm. The mountain breeze came clear and natural, and the line of sight passed through the gate of Supreme Profound Sect and looked inward. The mountains were piled up and the pavilions were all over the floor. It was a sight beyond sight, but among the magnificent relics of the sect, there is no vitality and breath of life aura. Xianxia's spiritual mind spread, but he could not cover the entire Supreme Profound Sect. Such a huge sect, even if it accommodate 100,000 disciples, will not be too crowded. But now, only less than 100 people have entered this place, and in a long period of time there will be only these less than 100 people will be living and cultivating here. There is no problem in occupying a mountain alone. This should be the front hall. Yang frowned, as if she felt something. Let's explore separately. It seems that there are no restrictions here, but you can't be careless. If you encounter any suspicious places, don't go deep into it rashly. Just call me or Yongkai. Okay. Wu Yi replied, and immediately divided the dozens of cultivators into a dozen teams, groups of 3 or 5, and dispersed in all directions. Naturally, Yongkai would not be idle either, and began to explore the front hall of Supreme Profound Sect alone. He thought that there would still be some good things left here, but he didn't think that there would be nothing of value here at all. It seemed that there was only a huge sect ruins left, which made him a little disappointed. After exploring for a whole day one after another, Yongkai had no gain. The disciples of the Heike family were lucky. Some found some ancient artifacts, and some found some medicinal pills that could still be taken. They all smiled and reported wanting to turn in what they found. Yongkai would not put his eyes at these things, and after a little inspection, he did not take what they found and just let them leave. This decision further stimulated the desires of the disciples to explore. The entire Supreme Profound Sect front hall could be seen with them going back and forth excitedly, going in and out of palaces. Time flies, it's about half a month. In the past half-month, dozens of people in the group did nothing, and only used their time to explore the Supreme Profound Sect ruins. It was so, but they could not be explored completely. There are 81 peaks in this area, large and small. Each peak has vigorous energy and inspiring. It is no less inferior than the general altar of any sect, it is even more than that. And the 9 largest peaks, the intensity of spiritual energy is even more breathtaking. Although there is not much extra gain, being able to settle in this kind of place already makes everyone satisfied. After some tossing, everyone decided to live in the front hall. After all, the number of people was too small, and the Supreme Profound Sect ruins were too large. If they were scattered, it would be inconvenient to communicate with each other. Although the spiritual energy of the front hall is not as good as the 9 largest peaks, it is better than any place outside. Yongkai occupies a magnificent palace by himself. The palace is located right on the eye of a spiritual spring, and the spiritual energy that emerges from the eye of the spiritual spring is bound by the formation. It won't leak out, it's the best place to cultivate. In this regard, Yongkai was very satisfied. But since everyone has settled here, the name of Supreme Profound Sect can no longer be used. After all, it will have to deal with other forces on the Shadowed Star in the future, and they can't always use the names of Dragon Cave Mountain or Supreme Profound Sect. Yang Yan, Wu Yi, and others came to consult Yongkai's opinion. Yongkai immediately replaced the plaque of Supreme Profound Sect with High Heaven Sect. Although there is no announcement to the world, it can be regarded as a low-key starting sect. The High Heaven Pavilion is the master sect of Yongkai, and it was only natural to call this new place of residence the High Heaven Sect. No one else had any opinion on this, and did not even ask too much about the meaning of the name to Yongkai. They had already regarded Yongkai as a leader-like figure, and even if Yongkai had a bad name, they would not say much. However, the woman surnamed Ye praised the new sect's name greatly. After such a long time of contact, Yongkai also learned about the origin of the woman surnamed Ye. Ye Xiyun, the last sect master of Star Emperor Mountain. A prestigious figure. On Shadowed Star, she held the world in the palm of her hands, but many years ago she suddenly left Star Emperor Mountain. Everyone thought she had fallen and died, but they didn't know that she had been living in seclusion among the mountains and forests. If it weren't for this time she accidentally discovered Yang Yan, she would not have left. As the sect master on Star Emperor Mountain, Ye Xiyun only took 2 things when she left Star Emperor Mountain. One was the Void King Great Artifact, and the other was a portrait of a character, which belongs to the portrait of Starry Sky Great Emperor. According to the Star Emperor Mountain ancient book, even though the Great Emperor is sleeping, but one day she will come back to the world. Time flies, tens of thousands of years have passed. This ancestral instruction has gradually been forgotten. Star Emperor Mountain itself does not know whether it really has anything to do with the starry sky Great Emperor, but Ye Xiyun is convinced of it. In order to discover the secrets of the Great Emperor, she searched through the ancient books and came up with an astonishing clue that the Great Emperor encountered a powerful enemy and was severely injured. So she had to use some kind of divine ability to fall into a deep sleep and wait for her injuries to recover. This coincided with the secrets Yang Yan said to Yang Kai before. In order to investigate this news, Ye Xiyun spent dozens of hundreds of years. During that time, she did not ask anything about Star Emperor Mountain. As a result, she lost power and finally forced to leave the Star Emperor Mountain by the traitor. She would spend so much time searching for clues of the Great Emperor for only one reason: she wanted to be promoted to the Void King realm. Although she didn't know the Great Emperor cultivation realm, she also knew that it was definitely in existence beyond the Void King realm. Since the Emperor could reach that realm tens of thousands of years ago, why couldn't she? Stones from other mountains can be used to attack the Jade, and Ye Xiyun's original intention was to find a way for herself to be promoted to the Void King realm through exploration, but she didn't find such secrets. After leaving Star Emperor Mountain, she lived in seclusion, and the portrait of the Great Emperor was hung in her cave mansion, with incense sticks in the morning and evening, and 3 bows in the morning and dusk. Ye Xiyun was a disciple she had adopted many years ago. Although there is no true master and disciple relationship, Ye Xiyun calls her his master. He often visits Ye Xiyun and asks questions about his cultivation. Ye Xiyun has naturally seen the portrait of the Great Emperor many times. So when this guy saw Yang Yan for the first time at the Heavenly Fate City, he looked like he had seen a ghost. Last time he returned to Ye Xiyun and told her what he had seen. Ye Xiyun rushed towards Dragon Cave Mountain without waiting for her injury to recover, just in time for the crowd to besiege Dragon Cave Mountain. Although there are people with similar appearances in the world, it is impossible for them to have exactly the same faces. Ye Xiyun guessed at the time that the woman named Yang Yan might have something to do with the Great Emperor. When she arrived at Dragon Cave Mountain and communicated with Yang Yan with the communication compass, Ye Xiyun immediately confirmed her guess. Otherwise, how could she help Dragon Cave Mountain for no reason? How she, the top Third Order Void Return stage, obey Yang Yan? If she had any doubts before, then through these days of contact, she had already lost all her suspicions. Only the Great Emperor in this world can refine such a worship, and only the Great Emperor can easily break through the Supreme Profound Sect's protective array. She subconsciously thought that Yang Yan was the reincarnation of the Great Emperor, but she didn't know that the Emperor's body was still sleeping in the Emperor Garden. To be continued.